Good morning to all of you children. Children, today we are going to start with the second chapter of our book, which is the elementary theory of demand. Before we move on to understand what is the theory of demand, we should first know about the concept, the meaning of demand. When the word demand comes to our mind, in common language, common man's language, when we think of demand, if I say that yesterday my son demanded a motorbike from his father, okay, so that's a demand. So in common man's language, these three words that I have written, desire, want, and demand, they are used interchangeably. Means that we use it as if there is no difference between in these words. But from the economics point of view, there is a lot of difference between the word desire, want, and demand. Let me explain you the difference and the meanings of these three words, okay, by taking just a very simple example. um, I'm going to make this Mr. M. Okay, this is Mr. M. Why I named him M? Because he's a millionaire. Okay, so this is Mr. M, and he's got a lot of money, and he's a very happy fellow. Happy fellow. Okay. Now this Mr. M has got one car. Now I'm sure all of you are conversant with cars. So I'm drawing three cars over here. Okay. Now, had it been a live class, I would have asked you your favorite cards and I would have written here. But I'm going to assume that you know the popular brands that I know. So, first one I can think of is a BMW. Okay, this car is a BMW. Then the second one is an Audi. All right, and the third one I'll take is a Mercedes. Okay, a Merc. All right. Now, this Mr. M, as I said, Mr. M is quite wealthy and he's got a lot of money. And because he's got a lot of money, he's got many desires. Okay, desire. The word desire means a mere wish. When you have a wish, okay, we can wish even if we don't have money. So Mr. M can wish. Now, as of now, he owns an Audi, okay, but he wishes to own a Mercedes one day. All right. So this Mercedes is his wish. He wants to own, or his desire. All right. Even a simple man, or maybe many of you would think, when I will become a rich person, I will own a car which is a very very luxurious one. All right. So we have many wishes. Not only talking about cars, we can talk about, I just wish I could top the class, or I wish that I was my mom's favorite. So we can always, we have wishes. Okay, so the term desire is a mere wish. But when we are talking about a want, okay, in simple language, I will say that a want is an effective desire. Means that this Mr. M has got a lot of money, okay, and he's got enough money to buy the Mercedes, which was his wish. All right. Now, but he still even thinks that buying a Mercedes is not a good idea, because now he's wishing to buy even a more nice car, like a Ferrari or maybe Lamborghini. All right. So he thinks that I have got the money to buy a Mercedes. All right. And he has also got a wish to buy Mercedes, but he doesn't want to spend money on Mercedes. He wants that, he wants to own a Ferrari, that's a racing car. Okay, so Formula 1 racing he wants to participate in. All right. So what here want, is the want turns, any wish turns into desire when three things happen. If you have a wish, if you have a wish, if you have money or the means to make your wish a reality. And the third one is that if you have the readiness to spend that money, to part with that money. Okay? So this Mr. M, even though he has got money to buy Mercedes, and if he is not buying it because he doesn't want to, his readiness is, he doesn't want to spend his money on Merc. He wants to spend his money on Formula 1. Alright? So, a wish will only be called a desire if that person has got money, and the last condition is readiness to part with that money, readiness to spend the money. If that person is not ready to spend money on a particular thing, then that will not be termed as a want. Always remember. So these three things are necessary for our wish to become a want. Clear? So this Mr. M's wish of buying or owning a Ferrari one day will only be turned into want when he has got the money and he is ready to pay for it. Okay? So, and of course he has the wish. Clear? Now coming on to demand. Now demand is also, very closer to want, but we study demand with respect to a given period of time. Now children, I have written the definition here. Don't worry, it's written in your book also. Okay. Demand refers to the quantity of a commodity that a consumer is ready to buy at different prices. Now please see. First of all, the key words in this definition are the quantity of a commodity. Any commodity is quantity which a consumer is ready to buy. Okay. At different prices. Meaning, if for example, if you talk about very simple, say vegetables, if I talk about tomatoes, okay, so if you are saying 1 kg tomato is sold in the market at around 30 rupees per 30 rupees, all right, and after certain days, though that 1 kg is sold for 10 rupees. So this is the amount of quantity which a consumer buys at different prices and within a given period of time. So children, the difference between want and demand is that demand we study with respect to time and at different prices. Okay, so we are studying demand. We always define demand as the quantity of commodity which the consumer buys at different prices and over a given period of time. I hope the difference between desire, want and demands are clear. I'd request all of you to go through your books also, and in the next video I'll be uploading the types of demand. Thank you.